What's up? What's up, Raider Nation? Chilling. Tik Tok Thursday. Our initial run. We'll see how this works out. Obviously, probably gonna be a little slow here. First one. What's up, Raider Nation? What's up? What's up? Taking comments, taking questions, taking whatever the fuck you want to throw at us here on a Tik Tok Thursday. I'm the commish. This is Raider Reaction. We've opened up a new portal here, I guess, on TikTok. We've got enough followers now that we can go live. So it's a new platform that we're going to start utilizing and using. Don't know exactly what the fuck we're going to do with it yet at this point, but we're working on it. So if you're watching, what's up? How you doing, brother? If you got any questions, comments, throw them up in the comments as you're going along. I'll be glad to grab any of them you got out there. We're going to try to, like I said, we're going to try to work a little more TikTok magic into our silver and black coverage here at Raider Reaction. We basically just started using this over the past couple months. We've already reached like 1,100 followers, so we're doing something right and whatever. You know, we're not going to do any stupid dances or no fucking milk crate challenges or none of that dumb shit. Whatever else you're supposed to do here on TikTok. So what's up, everybody? Throw up in the comments, man. You got any questions? Anything you want to say? It's nice to see some. It's nice to see more than one guy out there on the Pro Bowl field. I got to say that it is. It's nice to see 4 of them out there. I know Renfro is technically an alternate, but it doesn't matter. Still nice to have. What's my thoughts on the new hire? I like the fact that they're coming together basically as a duo, coming to do this together basically. Ziegler has said he's personnel is all his. He is going to stock the toolbox. Josh McDaniels will deal with the tools that he has provided and do the best that he can on the field. So they both have distinct jobs and they're going to do their distinct jobs. I like the fact that they have basically worked together for the better part of a decade already. One guy stocks the toolbox, the other guy takes the tools and gets it done out on the field. All I can hope is Josh McDaniel learned from his mistakes. He's been on a coaching staff of a high echelon team that has been in playoff contention and championship runs for better part of 2 decades. So do I think Gus is done in Vegas? I think Gus is done in Vegas. I do think Gus, unfortunately, is done in Vegas. Gus Bradley is the one thing I would have loved to seen them retain. We all know how much the defense is big point of contention in a Raider Nation for a long time. And a lot of these guys were brought in because they got history with Gus Bradley. So you had the Bears defensive coordinator coming in-house for interview. Gus Bradley's out interviewing for other jobs. Greg Olson's already been let go. You saw Edgar Bennett is keeping in-house. So it looks like Josh McDaniel has had his conversations with the guys that have already been there, and he's already kind of picked who he's going to keep around. And it's just not looking like Gus Bradley. It's I just don't think it's realistic. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility yet until there's ink on paper and he signed a job somewhere else. It's definitely still out there. It's definitely still out there. You just have no idea. Do you think we keep Carr, says Hector Ruiz. I think Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler had to come in knowing that Carr was part of the deal. And I think these were guys that were interested in trading for Carr before. I think Carr's solid. He's the longest tenured quarterback now in the AFC. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think these guys, part of taking the job, you have to be on board with number 4, man. I think that's part of taking the job and coming over and wanting to try this in the silver and black, coming over from the fucking Patriots. I think it's because you would want to work with Derek Carr and take him to that next level. That's a big feather in guys' hats like this that to come in and be able to be like, oh, none of these other guys could get Carr there, but look what we did. There's a little ego involved in that, and don't think these guys don't want to be that guy. Do you think we can get Flores for our DC? I tell you what, it was very interesting news today to hear that Brian Flores was not out of the running for the Texans job, they're saying. Even though the good old boys that own the fucking Texans, he's still in running for the Texans job because he's that good of a coach, even with the fucking lawsuit. So that just amazed me that he would even still be in a contention for anything with that lawsuit going on. So Brian Flores was a good coach, man. And I wondered how the hell you let a guy go, gets a winning streak like that, and almost gets a limping team like the Dolphins to the postseason on an insane winning streak. And when you see that news come out, you're like, well, that makes fucking sense. That makes fucking sense. Do we extend him, Derek Carr, or do we let him play out the season? You do not let him play out the season. Derek Carr has to be handled in the offseason. Derek Carr is the nicest guy. He's the man's man. He's this, he's that. But business is business, man. And at the end of this season, he's an unrestricted free agent. You've got way too much money invested in Derek Carr. You cannot allow him to become an unrestricted free agent. You can't allow him to go into this season. You can't allow the drama of having to have a contract talk like this during the season. This has to be handled before training camp. He could hold out. I know nobody wants to mention that, but it's a distinct possibility. But thank you, Bag Chasing, man. Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it. We're going to do this every Thursday night. I'm just, I do my podcast, I do all the other stuff, but I just wanted to have a forum where I could just sit here and just take comments, bullshit, and a little better interaction. So if you got a comment, you got a question, anything that's going on in the realm of Raider Nation, I got my ear to the heartbeat of what is going on pretty much all the time. I love the off season of Raider Nation, and I follow every goddamn thing that is going on right now. We brought over the quarterback coach for the Patriots. That was one of the last hires that the Raiders have brought over. Obviously, there's some familiarity there with JMD and Ziegler with that gentleman. Edgar Bennett's been retained as your wide receivers running back coach. The framework is starting to get built. Who do you think we get as OC? That's a huge question, man. That's a huge question. With Josh McDaniels having so much history as being the offensive coordinator for so long in New England, he's going to have a firm fingerprint on whoever the OC is, and you kind of wonder if that's going to be a little bit of a puppet position, kind of like Olsen was under Gruden. Because you're definitely going to have Josh McDaniels' arm firmly up your ass if you're the OC. You're definitely going to be a bit of a puppet. That's for damn sure. Do we trade for Rodgers? See, I honestly think the Carr deal gets taken care of. I don't even think I believe the Carr deal gets taken care of before the draft. I think they have a clear path for going forward for how they're going to deal with the draft, what you want to do with the number one wide receiver situation. I honestly think it's Derek Carr. It's all, you'll hear all these sexy off-season stories, the Aaron Rodgers, blah, 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 all that other shit. But I honestly don't think any of those are legitimate, and I think Derek Carr is part of the reason these guys came and joined the Silver and Black. You have a veteran quarterback with a lot of tread left on the tires who just needs dynamic offensive minds around him. Jimmy G to Vegas. I don't see that happening. Jimmy G is not dynamic enough on the offensive side of the ball. I don't see that happening. I think Jimmy G has proved what he is, and dynamic offensive spearhead. No. I don't see that. You can see. If you want to plug out Ryan Tannehill and maybe stick Jimmy G in there where it's still primarily a running game or something like that, that's kind of where Jimmy G fits in. Jimmy Pornstar will not be in Vegas in 2022. There's no way in hell. What's up from upstate New York? What's up? TikTok Thursdays, Raider Reaction TikTok Thursdays. We have opened a new orifice on TikTok. We are now allowed to go live, so we're going to use that shit. So on Thursday nights, stop in, about 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We were a little late tonight, but I won't be late next time. So be like clockwork. Stop in. Not like our other podcasts. We really just want to sit down, shoot the shit with you, and talk some silver and black. Do we break the bank for Adams? I say back up the fucking Brinks truck for Davante Adams, and you bring his ass in. Derek Carr has never had a true number one wide receiver in house. You have a franchise quarterback getting ready to go into season fucking 9. You got to get that man, that number one that he has needed for so damn long, especially a guy that's got history with him. I think it's a no-brainer. He's the best fucking option you have out there. If you look at all the options you have in the draft, all the options you have in free agency, to get to number one wide receiver you need in 2022, Davante Adams is a proven commodity. A proven commodity. And he's got history. History with your starting quarterback. It's a no fucking brainer to me. It's a no-brainer to me. You spend that money. You've got the cap space. You're getting ready to cut a deal with Derek Carr. You say you work that in. Listen, Derek, we know you need that weapon, man. We're going to go out and we're going to get you Davante Adams. Would you take a little more friendly deal so we can afford to bring him in for you over the next 4 years? I think Derek Carr would be okay with that. I really do. I really do. I think winning and building a solid team is what Derek Carr ultimately wants. And if you can dangle that carrot and get Davante Adams worked in financially in the mix, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I think at some point you got to pony up, man. Look what the Rams just did. The Rams went out. They fucking went and got Odell Beckham. They did everything. Brought in Von Miller. They went out and did everything they could. At some point, you just got to go all in and say, listen, man, we've got a squad. We got to add these key pieces. We got to add these superstars. You got to add these diamonds. At some point, you just got to spend the fucking money and say, you got to do it. You got to do it. You were a playoff team who waded through shit an entire NFL season. Shit that would have nuked most franchises. And the Raiders maintained and made the postseason and were a fucking stupid whistle call and a fucking pass interference on the last play of the game from making it one more round and continuing to fight. And the Bengals might not even be in this fucking Super Bowl if the fucking shit didn't go down the way it went down. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Man, I appreciate everybody that popped in, all the comments, all the questions. We just wanted to do a quick little teaser. I agree with you. I would agree with you, Garrison Perez. Denzel Perryman, there's two things that are paramount for me for this team, and have been for a while. You've needed a number one wide receiver, and you've needed that quarterback in the middle of this defense, that linebacker. You've looked so long. You've went through Navarro Bowman, Perry Riley Jr., Vontaze Burfict, fucking Larry Johnson or Derek Johnson. Fucking how many 1 year scabs have you plugged in at linebacker trying to get a guy who can be your quarterback over there, and you finally got a guy who damn near led the league in fucking tackles. He's a Pro Bowler. He's everything. He's got one more year on the contract, man. He's the same as Derek Carr. You can't let that guy go to free agency. You got to lock him up now. Lock him up now this offseason, just like Derek Carr. Denzel Perryman needs to be back, and he needs to be part of the future for this franchise. I mean, dude, that dude was phenomenal. His stat line is insane for the 2021 season. That guy he's the real deal, and we have needed the real deal in the middle of that defense. Somebody who's that heartbeat for so long. Got to sign it. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Make sure to tune in every Thursday night. We're going to do this every Thursday night. We'll stay a little longer next time. We'll get a little more in-depth now that hopefully people know it's coming. Raider Reaction, TikTok Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, live, right here. Whatever question, comment you got, come on, tell me if I'm an obnoxious asshole, whatever. I don't care. I'll field all of them. I hope you're not, but Just want to talk some silver and black football. Thank you all for joining me, man. Next Thursday. But we got all kinds of stuff on all of our other social media platforms. So make sure you check us all out. If you just find us on TikTok, we're on fucking Twitter. We're on YouTube. Big following on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We've got the Raider Nation Report live podcast every Tuesday night. It's on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Check all that shit out. Come join the official Raider Reaction Facebook group. It's real, raw, it's uncensored. There's no moderators in there. It's a group where you can actually speak your mind about the team that you love. It's on Facebook as well. It's got 12,000 members in there. So check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe to all the shit. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Now we're on TikTok. We're trying to touch all the bases. But TikTok Thursdays. I'll see y'all here next week. Oh, yeah. And Raider Reaction, Saturday night fights. If you need a little blood flowing on your Saturday night. Until next time, I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.